Hello there, happy Meerschaum Monday. This is John from Switzerland. As you can see, my new Meerschaum still doing good so far. No cracks, no other damage, although I mistreated in many ways, but okay. That's what I want to prove, that Meerschaum is not that fragile as the rumors say. What are we gonna do today? I'd like to continue with our Meerschaum history book, and today I'd like to try to answer the question, who was the first Meerschaum pipe carver ever, and how easy is it to produce a Meerschaum pipe. Yes, and then the difference between the original Meerschaum, the natural one, and the fake one. As you may know, there is a fake one. Yes, it's the pipes are usually cheaper a little bit, but they are also heavier. And yeah, we'll go there too. But first of all, I'd like to do 3 shoutouts for 3 new channels, great guys I found lately. I'd like to start with Michael or Mike Curcio, I think, Curcio. That's the one behind Bishop's Pipes. He has got 22 subs so far, so please check out his channel here and also check out him on Facebook and Instagram. So he definitely needs your love and your sub. Then there is Jake Clancy, also very great guy, great videos, I like them very much. 49 subs so far, so here also give him your love and your sub. And last but not least, JCP Smoke 0230 with 191 subs so far, so a few more and he'll hit the 200 subs. Informations, as usual, will be put down in the bucket. Too much rambling and less smoke. Okay. According to a frequently quoted tradition, it was Count Andrassy who brought a large block of Meerschaum back to Hungary from a trip to Anatolia in 1723 and gave it his shoemaker Karel Kovács, who was a smoker and also a skilled carver, with the order to carve something out of it. So he made 2 pipe bowls, one for the count and the other one for himself. The count liked the pipe, and soon many aristocratic ordered lots of Meerschaum pieces from Turkey to have a pipe made from it. The count or nobleman Andrassy, however, certainly could not have been this Count Andrassy, whom one might first associate with Sissi, the Empress of Austria and Queen of Hungary, because he was only born in 1823, so that he could hardly have brought anything from a trip in 1723. It could have been his great-great-grandfather at the earliest, if the whole story is true anyways, because he was born in 1690. The beginnings of the production of artificial meerschaum can no longer be dated exactly, but it is considered certain that the production was invented in Germany in Rula. Why at all? It was comparatively cheap and quick to get because the real meerschaum had to arrive either by ship or by train, and that was many times more expensive. It is assumed that Johann Christian Dreis, who was one of the first meerschaum processors in Rula and had already made several other inventions, came up with the idea around 1770 of collecting and pulverizing the waste produced during the processing of a meerschaum pipe and producing artificial meerschaum from it using a special process. However, other sources claim that this process had been invented by others at least 30 years earlier and that Christian Dreis had only perfected it many times over. However, the first artificial meerschaum pipes were of such poor quality that they burst after a few smokes because the material was too porous and contained too much air. This air warmed up while smoking, expanded, and the pipe burst. Johann Christian Dreis then came up with the idea of having his pipe bowls burned like clay pipes in a pottery in order to make the material more durable. The firing solved the problem of excess air in the material, but the pipes still did not have the necessary strength and elasticity. Only after many years of experimentation was it finally possible to come so close to the properties of original meerschaum that a true meerschaum expert was needed to be able to tell the real from the fake material. Today you can test it by yourself when you have a meerschaum pipe and you're not quite sure is this an original meerschaum or is it a fake one. Then you can wet your finger and put it inside the pipe bowl, and if your finger sticks a little bit to the pipe bowl, then you know it's the original meerschaum, the block meerschaum. Of course, the exact composition of artificial meerschaum was kept secret and guarded anxiously for decades, but it did not take long for chemists in Vienna and elsewhere to develop a recipe from the components of original meerschaum, which is still true today. Thus one can say that artificial meerschaum consists to approximately 50 to maybe 80% of the wastes of original meerschaum, as well as of water, silicic acid, magnesia with carbonic acid and alumina. Well, with a portion of around 80%, or in the individual case perhaps also more original meerschaum, the artificial ones thus are also not so artificial at all. So, how to carve a meerschaum pipe? At first, the rough finishing work was done, which was called pipe cutting work, then the wood turning work, and finally the actual finishing work. For the production of meerschaum pipe bowls, only very few machines could and can be used. Rather, the skill of the wood turner and the pipe carver was and still is of great importance. In contrast to the production of wooden pipes, meerschaum is a material that can only be worked well when it is wet. Therefore, the meerschaum pieces were and are well watered before the processing until the pipe carver decides that the material was sufficiently penetrated with water. The rough basic shape, oval or round, is then cut with a knife. The pipe bowl is pre-cut at one end of the block and the pipe stem at the other end. The tobacco chamber is then drilled on the lathe, followed by the draw hole, which is usually drilled freehand with a sense of proportion. After the wood turning work has been completed, the pipe bowl is cut to its final shape and appearance with a fine knife, smoothed with a fine file, and after good drying, sanded with various grain sizes of abrasive paper. Finally, the head is dipped in hot tallow or hot wax for between 15 to 40 minutes, depending on size and mass of the bowl, possibly several times. Well, that was today's history lesson. I hope you all enjoyed it. Your homework. Have a close look at Marcus' channel, Pipes, Beards and Guns from Sweden, because he will be my counterpart to treat his new Meerschaum. Yes, absolutely at protocol, at Meerschaum protocol, wearing gloves and only smoking inside and very carefully and so on and so on. And so that we can compare our pipes after about 30 days, I thought, and to see how different our pipes are, or if there will be a difference at all. Next Monday, there will be no Meerschaum Monday. Yes, I'm sorry, but as you may know, next week I'll travel to Israel. I thought I will do a kind of travel diary, daily diary. So the journey begins, the journey ends, and the hundreds of pipes I will smoke with Peace Piper, Nathaniel, maybe also with Izzy, Happy-Go-Lucky Piper, who lives not very far away from Nathaniel. And yes, I'd like to do there some videos, and so the next Meerschaum Monday will probably be on February the 11th or a week later, because I have to do some work traveling again on February 11th, but we will see that. So, I wish you all a very great week. Stay warm and well and safe wherever you are. Enjoy your pipes, and we will see us. Bye, says John from Switzerland.